Jia Jiang's Rejection Proof is a deeply personal and insightful exploration of how to overcome the fear of rejection. Jiang shares his journey of transforming rejection from something painful into an opportunity for growth. He argues that rejection is not as terrifying as people assume and that learning to embrace it can lead to new possibilities and greater confidence. Growing up, Jiang struggled with the sting of rejection. From childhood experiences to adulthood, he found himself avoiding situations where he might be turned down. His fear of rejection held him back, particularly in his professional life. After being rejected by an investor while pitching his startup, he felt devastated and doubted his ability to succeed as an entrepreneur. Instead of giving up, he decided to face rejection head-on. He embarked on a bold social experiment, seeking out rejection for 100 days. His goal was to desensitize himself and understand how rejection truly worked. Each day, he would make outlandish requests to strangers, knowing they would likely say no. His requests ranged from asking a stranger for $100 to attempting to deliver a motivational speech at a university he wasn't affiliated with. Some rejections were swift and predictable, but others led to unexpected surprises. One of his most famous rejections involved asking a Krispy Kreme employee to make donuts in the shape of the Olympic rings. Instead of rejecting him outright, the employee enthusiastically fulfilled his request. This moment was a breakthrough, showing him that rejection is often about circumstances rather than personal worth. Jiang learned that rejection is not always final. Sometimes, a simple follow-up question or negotiation can turn a rejection into an opportunity. He discovered that people often say no reflexively, but when approached with curiosity or persistence, they may reconsider. This lesson helped him realize that rejection is often more about the other person's situation than a reflection of personal failure. Through his experiment, he also noticed how his own fears shaped his reactions. The pain of rejection was often exaggerated in his mind, and when he approached rejection with humor and detachment, it lost its power over him. By repeatedly exposing himself to rejection, he became more comfortable with it, proving that resilience can be built through practice. Jiang identified key strategies for handling rejection. One of the most important is to separate rejection from identity. Just because someone says no doesn't mean they are rejecting who you are as a person. It often has more to do with timing, circumstances, or simple preferences. Understanding this made rejection feel less personal and easier to handle. He also emphasized the power of persistence. Many successful people have faced repeated rejection before achieving success. He referenced historical figures like Walt Disney and J.K. Rowling, both of whom were rejected multiple times before their breakthroughs. His own journey reinforced the idea that those who keep going despite rejection are the ones who ultimately succeed. Empathy plays a crucial role in handling rejection. By understanding the perspective of the person rejecting you, it becomes easier to process the experience without bitterness. Instead of feeling like a victim, Jiang started viewing rejection as an interaction between two people with different needs or expectations. Another powerful takeaway from his experiment was that confidence grows through action. The more he put himself in situations where rejection was possible, the less fearful he became. He found that fear of rejection diminishes once you realize rejection itself is rarely as bad as it seems. Jiang concluded that rejection can be a stepping stone to success. Instead of avoiding situations where rejection is possible, people should actively seek challenges that push them out of their comfort zones. He encourages readers to embrace rejection as part of the journey toward personal and professional growth. The book offers both inspiration and practical strategies for overcoming rejection. Jiang's storytelling makes the lessons relatable and engaging, making it clear that rejection is not a barrier but a path to self-discovery and resilience. By the end of his 100-day experiment, Jiang had not only overcome his fear of rejection but also gained a deeper understanding of human interaction. He discovered that rejection is not something to be feared but something to be learned from. His journey serves as a powerful reminder that taking risks and facing rejection head-on can open doors that might otherwise remain closed. Jiang's message is ultimately one of empowerment. By shifting our mindset around rejection, we can transform fear into confidence and failure into opportunity. His experience proves that the ability to handle rejection is one of the most valuable skills a person can develop.